Right, good morning. We've got a seated or standing Pilates session today. So this will keep you flexible and mobile if you have trouble getting up and down off the mat on the floor. This will help you still stay mobile, still stay flexible, improve or maintain your strength whilst we're in lockdown. So I hope you're all fitting well. Just a quick reminder that if you have any issues at all that make you doubt whether you should be exercising, then the answer is not to exercise unless you've got your doctor has reassured you that you can exercise. So you've got to take the responsibility of whether it's safe for you to exercise yourself. I'm not there to supervise, so you can follow along, but if you feel any discomfort or you feel sick or dizzy at any time, please stop. Have a phone nearby just in case you need to ring for help if you're exercising on your own. Other than that, it is quite a safe exercise program, so hopefully you'll be able to join in. So let's make a start. We've got a chair. So you can have a chair with arms, with sides, or a chair like my own with the back. So that's going to help you when we're doing the standing bits. You can use the back just to help you balance. So let's make a start. So we're going to start standing. So you've got your feet together, and then we're going to turn the toes out like a ballerina, followed by your heels. And you should find that your feet are parallel, hip distance apart. So we're going to keep those knees gently softened. Looking down, just make sure that those knees are pointing forwards as well. So we want that nice alignment. We're going to do some pelvic tilts. So by that, I mean we are going to tuck that tailbone underneath. And then we are going to let the tailbone go out behind you. So working with your range of movement, we tuck the bottom under and then we push it out behind you. So the upper body, this bit of the spine is staying nice and stable. It's only this bit, the lower bit, that is mobilizing at the moment. So tucking under and letting the tailbone go out behind you. So working within your range of movement. Last couple. Just go as far as you're able to. And then we want to find that point in the middle where we then should have a nice neutral spine. So we're going to grow nice and tall now out of the crown of the head. And draw those shoulders up towards your ears, press them behind and gently draw them down your back. And we're going to pull up through the pelvic floor and we're going to pull in through the tummy. So that is going to create a feeling of tightness across the lower belly here. If you imagine that your hip bones are being drawn in towards the middle. So another analogy, if you're struggling to get that sensation, is to imagine that you're putting on some jeans or some trousers and they're a little bit too tight and you've got to zip that zip up. So you're going to be pulling in and pulling up. Okay, so now we are nice and connected in our core. We're going to mobilize through the neck. So it's a breath in. And as you exhale, just looking over one shoulder, we're going to inhale to come back to the middle and exhale to look over the other shoulder. Now I'm doing this in standing, but you can do this in seated. You'll realise which bits we can't do seated. And then we're going to do an ear to shoulder. Again, as you exhale, we come away from the center. Inhale back to the center. As you bring that ear down towards your shoulder, be aware if you're having any twisting going on. So we just want a sideways movement at the moment. We're going to add something else in a minute. So exhale, inhale to the middle, exhale, back to the middle. So from here, I'm going to get you to look over your shoulder, and then we're going to look down as if you're trying to look into your armpit, and gently draw this shoulder down towards the floor. So just reach your fingers down towards your heels. Keep pulling in through the tummy so that we're not arching through the back. And we're just going to take a few breaths here while we feel that lovely stretch down the side of the neck and down onto maybe the back of your shoulder blade, the tip of your shoulder blade. Let's now look over your shoulder, almost as if you're trying to look behind you. Lifting up, coming back to the center. Let's do the same on the other side. So we turn about 45 degrees, then we lower as if we're trying to look into your armpit. And again, this time we're going to draw the opposite fingers down towards your heels so that you're lowering through the shoulder. Nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then we're going to try to turn the head to look behind you. Coming back up and back to the center. Let's do some shoulder rolls. So we're just going to roll the shoulders one way. Sorry, itchy neck. You can also do fingertips onto your shoulders, so you get slightly more range of movement. You've got to keep the rib cage nice and soft. And let's change the direction. So here is where you might want to have some cans of beans as hand weights. Last one. We'll relax those hands down by your side. So again, we're just going to do a little bit more work with the shoulders. You can use some cans of beans for hand weights, or it's perfectly fine to do it without. So we're just going to do some toy soldier arms. So again, nice pull in through the tummy and pull up through that pelvic floor. So we're staying nice and stable through the spine. The shoulders stay down and back. And you just work with the range of motion that you have available at your shoulders. So lengthen those arms away. Keep the shoulder blades down away from your ears. So we're not going up and hunching up through the shoulders. Think about keeping the shoulder girdle stable. No movement through the spine. Lengthen those arms. Just mobilizing. You might find the more that you do, the more movement that you gradually find you have, because we're loosening up those joints, warming them up. Last couple. Coming back to that start point, we're going to raise lower. I need to make sure that I don't knock into anything. And you should feel those shoulder blades squeezing behind you. Keep the rib cage soft. We're not arching through the spine, but we are opening through the collarbones. So it should feel really nice. Just bring those arms back as far as you're able to. One arm up, one arm down into our star. Last couple. Again, you've got the option of the hand weights or not. You want to feel nice and open through the chest. Can you hear my cat sneezing? Bless her. And lovely. I'm going to do, what do I need? Let's take our towel. So we might have a little towel, or we might have a belt. With your towel, we're just going to make it long so that we can hold it in front of us. And again, slightly wider than shoulder width. And it's a breath in. Bring the arms up. Just bring them up as high as you're able to. And then lower. And again, keeping the spine nice and neutral. And exhale to, inhale rather to lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, low. We keep the arms nice and long and we keep the shoulder. And then depending on how much range of movement you have in the shoulders, we can bring the belt, the towel behind the head and then back up and lower, nice and slowly. So inhale. Exhale. If you need to bring the towel in front of the face, that's fine. Last couple. Nice and slow with this bit. Draw those shoulder blades down. Keep them down away from your ears. Don't let them rise up. Keep the rib cage nice and soft. Last one. And exhale. Inhale, rise. And lower. Lovely. So we can place the towel away to one side. Now we're going to focus on the legs a little bit more. So standing nice and tall, we're just going to, I will do some squats first actually. So standing with the chair back in front of you, feet hip distance apart, slightly wider, and you can turn those feet out a little bit. It's going to be a breath in. And as you exhale, just send the bottom out behind you. Keep the back nice and straight. And you're just going to squat down and lift back up. So exhale, pull in through the tummy, sitting back. Use the chair, the back of the chair to help you balance. And just go back as far as you're able to. So sticking that bottom out behind you as if you're going to sit down into a chair. The weight should be in your heels. And don't let your knees come forward of your toes. And you want to stay nice and neutral in the spine. Sinking back. Use the back of the chair just to help you with your balance. Keep pulling in through the tummy to support that lower back, sticking that bottom out. We'll do another couple. Just go as low as you're able to. Last one. Let's now bring those feet together. I'm going to turn sideways onto my chair. You can do this facing the chair, I think. We're going to keep the hips nice and level as we do some circles with that leg. So you can either keep the knee bent and just circle that hip joint with the bent knee, or you can do it with a straight leg, using the breath to help you. Exhale as you bring that leg around so you can pull in through the tummy to stabilize through the hips. Let's change the direction of those circles. So you've either got a bent leg or a straight leg. Last one. And we are going to leave that foot out behind you. And then we gently tip forwards. I'm going to do this sideways on now. So that we've got a straight diagonal line through the body. Good squeeze through the bottom now. and keep pulling in through the tummy so that upper body stays stable. And you're just going to lift and tap that leg. Keep the leg straight. So imagine that I'm pressing into the back of your knee, and I want you to press the back of your knee into my hand. So I've got the hand on the back of your knee and you're pressing in, lengthening that leg. Squeeze through the bottom. We could also keep that leg hovered and pulse it is another option. Stay nice and stable through the spine, nice and neutral. Last couple. Then we're going to bring that knee to the front. Rotate at the ankle one way. And back around the other. If you can release the back of the chair, that will challenge your balance a little bit. Let's do the same on the other side. So I'm going to do this facing my chair because I'm going to use my other leg now. So we do those circles. So you might do it with a bent leg or a straight leg as we move that hip joint. And again, nice and slowly. With Pilates, every movement is precise, and you have to concentrate on that movement. If you're doing an aerobics class, then it's more about speed and just throwing your body around, which is fine because it's after a different result. So let's change the direction. With Pilates, we want precise, targeted moves. So we have to concentrate and use the breath to help you. And we breathe in through the nose for a count of 4, and we exhale gently through the mouth for a count of 4. So that's the kind of pace that we want. Let's make this the last one so that we leave that foot out behind again. And we've got that tipping forward, so we have that straight diagonal line. Make sure the hips stay nice and level. And it's that squeeze through the bottom as you lift and tap that straight leg. You might find that you have only a little bit of movement when you do this. That's absolutely fine because you're going to build up the strength. Much better if you're moving the upper body and doing this. That's not what we want. It is squeeze through the bottom. You can feel if that muscle is firing up. That's what we want. We want to fire up those glutes, not use the lower back to substitute. And let's bring that leg to the front. And again, release the chair if you can so that you can balance on one leg as we rotate the ankle one way and then back around the other. And we can lower down onto the floor. So we're going to come onto seated now. So sitting down on your chair, we'll just come forwards onto the front edge of the chair for now and just open up those knees a little bit so that you're nice and comfortable. We're going to have a nice neutral spine. Let's rest those hands on the knees. So nice pull up through the pelvic floor, zipping that tummy button in towards the spine. Keep the shoulders down and back. And again, we're lengthening through the crown of the head. So pull up, pull in. We're going to hinge forward. So when I say hinge, I mean we keep that neutral spine. So hinging forwards at the hip, just as far as you're able to. And when you get to that end of movement, I want you to drop your head. So you are rounding through the head, neck, and upper back. And then we're going to pull in through the tummy and build the spine back up to neutral, to a tall sitting position. I'll do this from the side. You're sitting on the front of your chair. We've got our neutral spine to start with. Nice pull in through the tummy. And we hinge forwards out of the hips. Then we drop the head and the rounding through the spine. Pull in through the tummy. Restack Coming back up to neutral, draw those shoulders back and down. We'll do another 3. So breath in, exhale to hinge. We're going to inhale as we drop the head. Exhale to pull in through the tummy, building the spine back up, shoulders back and down, nice and tall. Inhale, exhale, we hinge. Inhale, lower the head, round through the spine. Exhale, pull in the tummy, restack, shoulders back and down, nice and tall. Last one, we exhale, hinging forwards. Inhale, we round it down. Exhale, put in through the tummy. Drawing yourself back up, shoulders back and down. Lovely. So we'll just do some shrugs with the shoulders. So shrug them up towards your ears. Exhale to release. Shrug those shoulders up towards the ears as you inhale. Exhale to release. Shrugging up. Exhale, release. Last one. We're going to do some dumb waiter now. So palms facing the ceiling, elbows are tight into the side. So we're going to, as far as you can get them. So you may or may not be able to actually meet your elbows in the side of your body. But if you can, you're going to attach them there. So sitting again on the front edge of your seat, knees are bent, nice pull in through the tummy. It's a breath in. Exhale, and we are going to open those arms out to the side. So you'll feel that you are trying to open here. You're squeezing the shoulder blades together behind you. Inhale, back to the center. Just watch those elbows. Keep them in. So we have, everyone has different ranges of movement. So we're working the rotator cuff muscles around the shoulder joint here. Exhale as you open. Inhale back to the center. Last couple. Still staying nice and tall and neutral in the spine. And this last one, we're going to stay open here. And then we straighten up the arms. And we keep the shoulders down and we turn the palms as far around as you can without bringing the shoulders up. So keep them down. And then we rotate back to palms up. And then lower back, close, ready to go again. Exhale, inhale, keep the shoulders down, exhale, rotate, inhale, back to the start position, exhale, we lower, and inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, keep shoulders down, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So a nice slow movements with the breath. Keep the shoulders down. And we're going to do one more. To keep those arms in this straight position now. And we will do some arm circles, so keep the spine in neutral. And lengthen those arms away from you. So nice, strong limbs. We're bringing the arms behind. So we're trying to get a nice circle, as if you're trying to draw a circle on those walls either side. So long, long limbs. Good, pulling through the tummy, drawing up the pelvic floor, and we're still breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's change the direction. And again, remember you can do this with those cans in your hand. You might be regretting those now. You get a little burning feeling in those shoulders, but that's okay. Last couple. Try to draw the arms back and stop, and then fold the arms in and bring them back to the center. Lovely. Let's just do some little shrugs just to release that off. And we're going to do a couple of roll downs again. So just shuffle those knees apart a little bit. We're going to have a nice pull in through the tummy. It's breath in. Exhale, we hinge forwards. Inhale to lower and round, and then we exhale to pull in through the tummy and restack the vertebrae one at a time, drawing those shoulders back and down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to round, exhale to pull up. Hinging forwards. Lower through the head, round through the mid-back, pull in through the tummy, drawing yourself back up. Last couple. Exhale to hinge, lower the head, round through the spine, pull in through the tummy, draw yourself back up, shoulders back and down. Lovely. We can just shuffle those feet back to neutral. Just place one hand on the side of your seat just to support you. We're going to do a little bit of a side bend. So it's a breath in. Just mobilizing through the spine. Inhale back to the center. So we exhale, just side bending. Inhale back to the center. And exhale. Inhale, pulling in through the tummy. And let's add in the arm just to increase that stretch. One more on each side. Exhale as we go over, away from the center. Inhale back to the center, making sure that we are engaged through the powerhouse. So we're pulling up the pelvic floor and we're pulling it in through the tummy. Last one. Perfect. So we're going to do a little bit of a spine twist into saw, seated saw. So let's start with, if we can, have the arms out wide. So it's a nice pull in through the tummy. If it's difficult to have the arms out wide directly to the side, you might want to bring them in a little bit so that you can see your hands quite easily in your peripheral vision. So I can see my hands. Now I can't. So kind of here is good. So it's a breath in. As you exhale, you pull in through the tummy and you stay lifted through the waist, and we're just going to reach around back. Inhale back to the center. So exhale, pull it in through the tummy, a couple of pulses. Inhale back to the center. If you find it difficult with the arms wide, you can just have the arms in front of you like a Cossack. Keep pulling in through the tummy. Make sure that as you do your twists, that you're not sort of collapsing into it or turning or twisting. So stay nice and tall. Imagine you've got a pole through the top of your head, all the way down your spine, coming out underneath you. And that is where you rotate around. So exhale, pulse, pulse, back to the middle. Exhale, pulse, pulse, and back to the middle. We're going to add in the saw. So it's an exhale, come round, and then we lean forward, try to touch your toes, coming back up, back to the middle. Exhale, pulling in through the tummy, hinging forwards. Keep those arms slightly forward, pulling in through the tummy. Last one on each side. And back to the middle. Excellent. A few little shrugs again, just to release through the shoulders. Should feel nice and warm now. So we're going to do a stretch just for the glutes now. Right, so we're going to bring one leg onto, one ankle onto your knee. Try to make sure that that supporting knee, see I just straight away went like that. Well, make sure that that is lined up on top of each other. So this might be quite a stretch in and of itself. We're gently pressing down on this knee here, this one. If you're not feeling a stretch yet, you can just hinge forwards until you feel a lovely stretch into your glutes. So depending on your range of movement, hinging forwards. And then we're just going to breathe into that. Pressing down through this knee gently. So keep taking those deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's sit back up. And we can change over to the other leg. So again, just bringing that foot up onto the leg, onto the, just above the knee, the thigh. Make sure that this supporting leg is parallel. We are gently pressing down on this knee. And you may find you've got enough of a stretch going on here. Or we can just hinge it forwards. To increase that stretch into the glute, into the bottom. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Try to relax through the shoulders. Think about your neck. You want to be, think of your neck as an extension of your spine. So if you're looking up, you're shortening the back of the neck. So just think about drawing those shoulders down and back and lengthening through the back of the neck. Lovely. So we're going to work on these legs a little bit now. So I'm just going to do a hamstring stretch as well. So we're going to, I'll go sideways on for this one to show you. So we straighten up one leg. So we're just sitting on the front edge. And then again, hinging forward. Keep that leg straight. Hinge forwards. Keep the chest up. Don't round. It's not about getting your nose down to your knee. It's about keeping that spine straight. And in fact, you're hinging. So I've got quite relaxed hamstrings. I can get down quite far. You may not. You can pull your toe back just to increase that stretch. Try to send your bottom away as you feel that stretch here in the hamstring. And again, same, relaxing into it. You might want to just rest yourself on that supporting leg. Keep lengthening, send your tail out this way as you lengthen through the crown of the head, keeping that spine nice and neutral. And we can change over onto the other leg. So straighten up that leg, hinging forwards, send the tail out that way behind you. Keep that leg nice and straight. Lift the toe to get a deeper stretch. So even though I'm resting on this knee, I'm staying nice and active through the chest. Finishing up. So we're going to now work the front of the legs. Or just, you can hold on to the side of your chair just to support you. So we're going to take a breath in. And as you exhale, just straighten up that knee. And we can point and flex that foot. And lower. Good, pull in through the tummy. That's BoyBoy. Oh, sorry, I'm getting cramp. So if you get cramp, just relax. BoyBoy. Point and flex, and point and flex, and lower. Breath in. Straighten up that leg. You can use the towel or a belt. Where's my... What are you doing? Crazy boy. Hey. That's what I'm looking for. Excuse me. You can use a belt. This will be interesting, won't it, BoyBoy? Around your foot when you're doing this to help you as you lift. And then you're going to point and flex. Point and flex. Stay nice and tall through the spine so we're not collapsing. This is still Pilates, so we are still engaging through the core. Change over onto the other side. Breath in. Oh, he's just trying to steal the show, isn't he? Hey, boo-boo? You're such a crazy boy. And lower. Let's do one more on each side. So we'll change the leg over. Breath in. Point and shoot. Point and shoot. No, point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Lowering. Last one. And point and flex. Incidentally, just a little shout out to Barks, which is a cat charity in Banbury, which is where I got my crazy cats from. So they're really struggling at the moment with obviously the lockdown. So, you know, if anybody wants to donate to them, they could do with some cat food and stuff like that. So anyway, that's where I got my cats from. So I'm a big supporter of Barks. That's Barks, Banbury Animal Rescue and Kindness Service, I think is what it stands for. Anyway, shout out to them. Let us now move on to some hip flexor work. So again, holding on to the chair just to help you draw those shoulders down and back and stay neutral through the spine. We're going to pull in through the tummy. It's going to be a breath in. As you exhale, engage through the core and just lift one knee. Hold it while you inhale. Exhale to lower. We'll alternate the sides. Keep pulling in through the tummy. Exhale to lift. Hold it while you inhale. Exhale to lower. Really pull in through the tummy so you're staying lifted. I don't want to be squashing down through the spine. The movement comes through the hip joint. We're not bringing the shoulders down to meet the knee. I'm going to add a little sideways movement next. So it's a breath in. Exhale. Hold it as you inhale. Exhale. Let's bring that leg out to the side. Stay nice and neutral. Inhale back to the middle. Exhale to lower. Inhale. We'll do the same on the other side. And exhale. Hold it as you inhale. Exhale. Stay nice and lifted through the spine. We'll do 3. Inhale. Hold it as you inhale. 3 out to the side if you can. So it's 1. So exhale. Pulling through the tummy. 2. 3. And lower. Same on the other side. Breath in. Exhale. Hold it as you inhale. Stay nice and tall through the spine. 1, 2, and 3. And lower. Let's do another set. Breath in. Exhale to lift. Hold it as you inhale. And out to the side. 1, 2. We stay nice and stabilized through the rest of the body. And lower. Inhale. Exhale. We lift that leg. Don't collapse through the waist. Stay nice and tall. 2 and 3. And lower. We're just going to finish up with a few more roll downs. So widening through the knees. It's a breath in. We're going to hinge forwards. Inhale to lower the head, round through the spine. Exhale, pull it in through the tummy. Draw yourself back up, lower the shoulders. Hinging forwards. Lower the head, round through the spine, pull in through the tummy. Draw yourself back up, nice and neutral. Last couple, hinging forwards. Lower the head. And last one. Shuffle those feet back to the center. Couple of shoulders, shrugs. Back around the other way. I'm just going to clasp those arms in front. Draw the arms forwards. Lower the head between the elbows and you'll feel a nice stretch across the back. We're going to take those arms behind. Pull those arms behind you and look up towards the ceiling. Nice stretch across the chest. Back to neutral. Let's bring those feet underneath. We're going to send nose towards your toes, coming back up to standing. Well done. That was it. That's a nice little seated session. I hope you've enjoyed the extra entertainment of my cat, BoyBoy. I'm sure he'll be featuring in some more exercises. And I think we've got Baby on the back there, sitting. Can't really see it because the chair's in the way. There's Baby. There you go. That's the life. That's the easy life, isn't it? To them, lockdown makes absolutely no difference. Anyway, I'm going to be a cat in my next life. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again. Okay, take care. Stay safe. Bye.